I assume that you, like me, don't like to walk into a room filled with dated colors, old-fashioned furniture, and outdated decorations, which makes you feel like you have stepped back in time. But oftentimes, our design habits come from how we grew up, which makes it so easy to stick to a piece of furniture or a way of doing things that we have been used to. We have all been there, and I know it's a sensitive subject. If you happen to like any of the things that I am about to talk about, well, too bad, because I'm talking about them anyways. Just don't stop watching. You might find some of them interesting, and no one's going to arrest you and put a handcuff on you, okay? Take it easy. Starting with family photos. Family. Wrong for family. Family, 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 family. What an awful voice. We love them. We cherish them, and sometimes we let them take over our homes like an invading army of smiling sepia-turned soldiers. While it is heartwarming to see Uncle Bob's cheesy grin or your toddler's first spaghetti disaster, but turning every available surface into a photo gallery can overwhelm your decor. If you want to do it, it's up to you. Your room, I don't care. But be aware that from an outsider's perspective, like to me, it's like stepping into a time machine that transforms you through every awkward haircut and questionable fashion decisions your family have ever made. From the hallway to the living room, from the staircase to the bathroom. It's a relentless parade of faces staring back at you. Suddenly, your home feels less like a staring sanctuary that you want it to be, and more like a hall of fame for the Smith-Jones clan. Now, I'm not saying that you need to exile your beloved family members to the attic, but instead, curate. Choose a few standout photos that capture the essence of your loved ones and frame them beautifully without going overboard. Remember, less is more. You want to highlight the special moments, not overwhelm guests with a visual onslaught of generations past and present. For the rest of those precious snaps, you can maybe get a real physical photo album that you can flip through when the nostalgia bug bites. It's fun, it's nice, it's tactile, and it feels nostalgic. In the end, your home should reflect the people and memories that you love, but it doesn't need to scream family reunion 24/7. It's creepy. Strike a balance, and your eyes will thank you. And so will anyone who doesn't want to be stared down by 100 smiling relatives while trying to enjoy a cup of tea. Coffee, tea. Dried flowers, once the pinnacle of home elegance, a relic from a bygone era. What's the problem with them, really? They don't look lively. And guess why? They're dead. So if I walk into a room and see there on the table sits a vase of dusty, brittle blooms, I instantly feel like they belong in a haunted house. Eucalyptus and lavender are exceptions. I'm Australian, so of course eucalyptus has a special place in my heart, but apart from them, seriously, most dried flowers just end up looking like they were plucked from a funeral home clearance sale. What to do instead? Well, embrace fresh flowers. What's wrong with them? They bring life, color, and fragrance into your home in a way that dried ones simply can't. Your decor should reflect life and vitality. If you want long-lasting blooms, at least invest in high-quality faux flowers that mimic the real thing without the risk of crumbling petals and dust. I have faux flowers in my bathroom. Judge me if you want. That's fine with me. But if you must have dried flowers, like someone put a gun on your head and said, nah, you must have dried flowers, so at least do it tastefully. Like, use a mix of various flowers with an asymmetrical organic design, make it striking. And unless you are going for a haunted mansion vibe, it is time to say goodbye to most dried flowers and give your home a fresh, vibrant feel. What's wrong with this? Look at it. Beautiful. These days of matchy-matchy furniture, where everything from the curtains to the upholstery to the coasters, to the furniture, everything was matching with each other has long gone, my friends. It was once the gold standard of interior design, but now it's like the fashion equivalent of wearing a denim jacket with matching denim jeans. It's just a bit too much. Again, like the denim jeans, denim on denim. It's totally fine. People do it. It's nice. Sometimes it's fine, but it's trendy. You don't want anything trendy. Trends come and go, right? So in a room where every single piece of furniture, fabric, and fixture is the exact same shape and pattern,
creativity goes to die.
And the result will be a space that feels more like a showroom than a cozy lived-in home. So the key to a stylish home is variety. Mixing textures, patterns, and colors add depth and interest to your space. Like pair a sleek leather sofa with a chunky knit throw. Mix those flower pillows with geometric ones. Throw in a vintage rug with your modern furniture. It's these unexpected combinations that create a dynamic and inviting environment. But fear not, you don't really need to abandon coordination altogether. A cohesive color palette can easily tie a room together without making it look like a scene from a catalog. Like, choose a few complementary colors and let them play off each other in different ways throughout the room. Please step away from the matching furniture sets and identical accessories. Bring variety and the eclectic in your home and let it reflect your unique personality. A little contrast goes a long way in transforming your room from meh to, something magnificent. I have talked about contrast before in this video. Just check it out. You will find it useful. It's good. It's good. So if you are in the process of picking furniture, try and avoid getting a full set of everything to match perfectly. It was the style back then, but it is not much now. If you have old furniture, check if everything matches exactly, from fabrics to furniture, and fix it. Once upon a time, it was an easy way to decorate, but times have changed. Do you ever serve a gourmet meal on paper plates? Well, using uncomfortable dining chairs is exactly like that. It just doesn't do justice to the experience. Like you are at a house party and the table is set with the host's finest china and the mood is just right. But within minutes of sitting down, you and other guests start shifting and fidgeting, trying to find a position that doesn't leave you with numb legs and sore back. It is truly hard to enjoy the host's famous lasagna when you're more focused on surviving the seating. And this, unfortunately, happens a lot. So, what's the solution? Mix in more comfortable chair options, something with a bit of cushion and support. Maybe add upholstered chairs at the ends of the table, or even mixing in a few different styles to keep things interesting and, most importantly, comfortable. You don't have to sacrifice style for comfort either. There are plenty of chic, ergonomic chairs that will complement your decor while making your guests feel like they are dining in the lap of luxury. The goal is to create a space where people want to linger, share stories, or maybe ask for a few seconds. So please get rid of those torture devices masquerading as dining chairs. There is truly no greater eyesore than an exposed lamp neck and socket. I mean, would you leave the house knowing that the lining of your clothes or your undergarment is poking out of your skirt? Well, who am I to judge? Maybe you do. But it distracts from the overall polish that you're aiming for. So if you've chosen the perfect lampshade to complement your decor, but the neck of the lamp protrudes awkwardly, revealing wires and sockets, it's a minor detail, but it can make a major impact on the aesthetic of your room that leaves it feeling unfinished or even a bit amateurish. So just remember to tuck those lamp necks out of sight. A well-fitted shade will transform the look of your lamp, but also it diffuses the light more effectively, which creates a softer and more inviting atmosphere. Besides, it will make your room feel more cohesive and will let your carefully chosen decor take center stage without any distracting details stealing the charm away. So if your current lampshade doesn't quite do the job, maybe get a different size or style lampshade and find one that fits snugly and complements your lamp's design. Again, it's a small adjustment that can make a big difference in how polished and put together your room looks. I am sure that you have entered at least one house in your life where the host has this poster on the wall saying live, laugh, love, or home sweet home in various fonts and colors and frames. The problem with word art is that it is too easy to overdo. A few meaningful quotes strategically placed may inspire, but when every corner has a new mantra, it is less about decoration and more about turning your home into a verbal pep rally. I mean, sure, it's uplifting, but after a while, you start wondering if your walls are trying to sell you self-help books. It's cheap. It's tacky. Don't do it. Do you think you even notice them after a week? I have my morning routine printed this big. Can you see? This big on the wall, begging myself to drink water as soon as I get up, yet I forget it every single day. Forget those mantras. Here's the tip. Limit your use of word art. If it were up to me, I'd choose none. Zero. Nada. Nothing. But if you decide to use it, choose it wisely. I would prioritize quality over quantity with the less can be more impactful sort of mindset. I would happily go for a nice modern calligraphy instead. They are visually appealing and can add a touch of elegance to your space without overwhelming it. Have one and use it as a focal point. But seriously, let your decor speak for itself with style, not just scripted sentiments. And definitely don't let your home become a collection of catchy slogans. It's your home, not a town hall. Inspirational quotes belong on bulletin boards. Look at the rhyme. Our homes are reflections of who we are and how we live. And keeping them updated enhances the comfort, but also adds value and a sense of modernity. And that's a wrap. Thank you for watching me. See you next time. Bye.